Good morning, Maya are back. Here's the plan. Well, actually, before the plan, a couple of things. Firstly, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who put some kind comments in about our daughter and was wishing her well, so it's really appreciated, thank you. Secondly, unsubscribed people, talking to you. 53% of you that watch these videos are yet to subscribe. Go on, help a guy out. And don't forget, if these videos don't actually make you violently ill, press that like button for me. It is, again, very much appreciated. Today, the plan is pretty much more of the same, but we should get to see at least one, if not possibly two, of the other bathrooms getting some tiling done. Not sure what else, not sure whether Oliver's going to be working on more beams around balconies. We'll go and have a look around in a moment and see if we can get some signs of what else is coming. What could possibly go wrong? Before we go inside the house, thought we'd just start here. There was a comment from Bob Lynn who noticed on yesterday's video that on top of the inverters was sheetrock. I think that means, I don't know, gypsum board, Hardiflex, not entirely sure. But anyway, the point being, he advised that a lot of these inverters, the hot air that is inside and generated in there is quite often released upwards. So having anything on top of these inverters may not be a great idea. So the boards, which are now down here because I've moved them, have been removed. Thanks to Bob for helping me out with that one. I had no idea. Anybody else that has any kind of thoughts, suggestions, whether you're a first-time commenter or otherwise, please do give me any advice. It is always appreciated. I may not always mention you by name, I may not mention your comments sometimes, but anything that helps me in this process, if you've been watching for any length of time, you will know I am a complete building dummy. I know nothing about this. So please do keep your advice and your comments coming. Melvin has switched and is now mud and taping in the dirty kitchen. So far today we are missing Herwin with an H, although I'm told he'll be in later. By the way, JB put in a very relevant comment that said very often in England we refer to Prince Harry instead of Prince Harry. You are correct, JB. That is, however, more of almost a dialect kind of change, dropping H's for things like that. Herbs, on the other hand, sounds to me like a very deliberate creation of a new word. I could be wrong. Let's get some debate going on English versus American English. And before we start that, I am very aware that in many cases, American pronunciation is actually closer to, if you like, Old English, original English. So I am not having a major pop at American pronunciation. But put a comment in. What do we think about any particular words where America has changed pronunciation or English people have changed pronunciation? Give me your best shot. We are inside son Adrian's room. Two things of note. Number one, the start of wall tiling. Mr. Rene is getting to work on that this morning. Also, this is the room where originally son Adrian said he didn't want this kind of floating cabinet where the wash basin will be. Apparently, my beautiful Asawa has managed to persuade him otherwise. And I do think it's the right decision. I think this will look better than the kind of cabinet he was contemplating, which is probably going to come from IKEA. Nothing wrong with IKEA, we're going to end up with IKEA stuff, but in this particular case, I think this will look better. So, it's going to be hard to make out the tiles in here. They are grey, they are much more of a matte finish than we've seen in other rooms. Again, kind of a, I guess, a moody male kind of bathroom finishing. We'll see what it looks like once floor tiles go in. I don't think we can really, well, I personally don't think I can judge wall tiles in isolation. I think it has to be seen within the context of the whole room. But yeah, very different finish to what we've seen elsewhere. Lead foreman Manny is demonstrating the strength of these TV cabinets. I think if I sat on it, it might be a different story. This is the bathroom for the master bedroom. And as you can see, we have the very first tile on the wall here. And the second one being prepared just here. So again, quite a different look to other ones, much lighter. A very slight grey tinge with a little bit of pattern in here. Again, hopefully, this will end up looking quite nice. This is Alex's bathroom, and because of the screen that was being put down, the topping that was being put down yesterday, I missed this completely. But quite a bit of tiling has been done in here. And this is the same tile that's being used in Jack's room. In fact, the design of the whole bathroom is going to be the same. Amazingly, I know it never happens, but I was wrong. The tiles in Jack's room, although very similar, are actually a little bit darker. The original intention was they would be the same. Apparently though, there just wasn't enough stock to do both rooms, so we've ended up with something very, very similar. This is Sabrina's bathroom. This is where Erwin, without an H, was grinding out yesterday to level this floor. So it's now all at the same height, and as we've mentioned previously, it is now very roughly 5 centimeters lower than the floor in the bedroom itself, so that if there is any water leakage in here, it is hopefully contained in here. One of the sets of sensors that we've ordered and is not arrived yet is we will be putting water leak sensors in all of the bathrooms, so if there is any kind of leak, hopefully we catch it early. And we'll be putting them in a couple of other spots as well, not just in the bathrooms. Vapor Jess dealing with another forest of electrical wiring. Here, I think, predominantly testing whether power is being supplied into mostly the lighting above the stairs. And for the eagle-eyed amongst you, yes, there is a ladder at the top of the stairs through which people are walking. Hopefully the old English idea that walking under steps is unlucky will not be proven true today. It's about an hour after lunch, and I'm starting at the dirty kitchen simply because as I walk from the other house, this is closest. Melvin has got a lot more of the mud and tape done in here. So, I'm not sure if he'll finish all of this today. It looks like there is quite a lot, but he may do. Here in the main kitchen, Papa Jess is working on adding outlets, sockets, and internet access. A couple of points over this side, and the same will be at the other end. I don't know how that'll come across when you're watching this, but that was up close, unbelievably loud. They should all have earmuffs. We also just missed cutting out a small piece from one of these tiles for, I guess, for an outlet. but again, it was incredibly loud. But here we are in the master bathroom. Well, I'm outside it, but again, you know what I mean. Quite a few of the tiles are in here. And these are 120 by 60 tiles in this room. In Alex's room, this is where Don Don is just putting on the tile that almost deafened all of us. So they've got most of the far wall done and most of the end wall done, and he's just started the wall that we can't see. In Adrian's bathroom, we've got Mr. Rene and Carlito working on the matte finish tiles in here. 5 Elements put in a comment saying that the gloss tiles should be nice and easy to clean. I don't know if this is going to be more difficult to clean, but we'll just tell son Adrian that he's got to clean his own tiles. In Jack's bedroom, Donald is getting fairly close to finishing the topping on the floor here. Still got the corner where I'm standing and the corner of the walk-in closet to go, but nearly done. And I can't get over there right now, but the kind of beam that Oliver put on the outside edge of the balcony yesterday, Stephen Bradley said it's actually called a curb, which I thought was the thing that I fell off when I had too many drinks, but apparently it applies here as well. Another new term for my glossary that I've not been keeping. 4:30. The bell has gone. End of the day. The stragglers of the crew are heading out, apart from those that stay overnight. So let's go and have a look around, see what they've been up to. Inside the dirty kitchen, the platforms are down. I assume Melvin's done for now. The only other activity at all downstairs today was here in the main kitchen. Papa Jess has now got the back boxes at least embedded in this end of the kitchen island as well as in the other end. Inside the master bathroom, not a massive number of tiles in place, but quite a few of the ones they have put in were a bit tricky, either cutting around outlets or windows. So they've made a start at least on one wall. In Alex's bathroom, quite a lot of the tiling done here. Still a lot to do. The wall that I'm standing with my back to is not started yet. And this left wall, still only, well, less than half, I would think, of those tiles are done so far. In George's room, Adrian. They've got a couple of levels of tile on the right wall and on the wall at the front, and very, very slightly more on this wall on the left. In Jack's bedroom, topping done. Very wet, can't go in and have a look around. We'll have a quick skim around tomorrow morning. In Sabrina's room, something new. We have waterproofing on the floor. I don't know whether that's going to be a single layer or whether they'll come back and have another go over this, possibly tomorrow. My guess would be it will be more than one layer. I don't know what happened here. There's a big gouge in the skim coat. I don't know, it looks like it is very straight, so it may have been something done deliberately. Or is that the consequence of people walking under ladders today? We'll find out tomorrow. So the end of day 240 on this building process. We have seen today that we now have all 5 of the upstairs bathrooms have some element of finishing about them. They've all got some tiles on, in some cases many tiles, and in others not many. It's all good. It's all progress. Starting to see these different finishes in different rooms upstairs. Still a bit of a way to go before that will be repeated downstairs. Less of the decisions have been made, but we'll focus on upstairs for another few days. That's completely fine with me. And then, who knows? We'll see what comes after that. See you tomorrow.